Hi, I'm Kay. My friend, after last week's videos on unicorns, I really do like unicorns. She says, no, I thought you would do something more serious and stuff. Well, you know what? No, screw that. I don't want to be serious. So today, I'll talk about my favorite subject that it is impossible to get me to shut up about. Anime. Now, I guess my favorite anime of all time, and most of the time actually it's the manga I read because the anime tends to be weird. Especially Black Butler. I mean, the anime is nothing like the manga. But my favorite manga, I guess, would be Fairy Tail. My favorite character would be Gajeel. He's just really awesome. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but whatever. Then there's also Gray and Juvia, who are really awesome also. And, in Naruto, it's Deidara and Gaara, who are my favorite characters, just because they're awesome. But, wow, in some animes, like Fairy Tail, the manga, I've caught up to it. I've read everything that's, come out yet. Black Butler, I'm, almost caught up. Naruto, I'm still at Sasuke versus Itachi, so I'm really late. Yeah, I know, all the spoilers and stuff. I know that who dies and that Toby is a Beetle. But let's be honest, that was obvious. But, some animes just aren't interesting to watch. There's this one anime called Pretty Cure, although it's more of a kid anime, and I guess I used to like it when I was younger, but then I tried watching it again, but it's the same thing in every single episode. So I got bored of it and stopped watching it after half of the first series, whatever. And then there are also some animes that they're just too complicated to follow. There's this one anime, I think I've only watched the first 5 episodes. It's called Dorada. Or, I don't know. And some people, see, the names are just too complicated, and there's just too many characters to keep count of. So I get really confused, and I'm someone that's actually really hard to get confused. But that anime just, I don't know. I can't follow it. It's really confusing. Although the storyline is good, it's mostly the characters, I guess, that it's hard to keep, count of. Because, normally animes, let's say Fairy Tail, they start with just Natsu and Happy. Then after that you meet Lucy, then you meet the guild, so you can keep track. But, Dorada, they start immediately with 15 characters, so you don't have time to memorize their names and everything. So that, I thought, was kind of weirdly done. And just because I can, I will give you a list of all mangas and animes that I have watched or read. Well, the first manga I've ever actually read was Full Metal Alchemist, but it's because I just saw it at the school library and they only had volume 5, so I don't even know, I just read the 5th volume. But eventually though, I will watch it. And, obviously I watched Naruto, Bleach, Fairy Tail, Sword Art Online, Kuroshitsuji, One Piece. Although the drawings are really weird in One Piece, but I like it though. But the drawings, yeah, they're weird. Then there was Ao no Exorcist, which I have watched it, and then I started reading it, but then I stopped reading it because, I don't know, I just don't have time. And then I also, my mom kind of took away my iPad, and manga in general, even on my computer, and it's harder to read on computers, so I read on my iPad. So I can only read manga during the weekend. And also, I've just watched a lot of animes. I think the first one I've ever watched was Pokemon, obviously. Although at that time I didn't actually know what anime was. So I just thought it was a normal cartoon. Then, last time was a couple months ago during the summer. It's the weekend, you're lazy, you just make yourself a sandwich for lunch and you watch TV, right? And those Pokemon playing. And the voices are just so funny, and the story itself, you're just when you're little, it's oh, so cool! Now you're it's still cool, but there's not enough blood. There's no blood whatsoever. But, I don't know, I guess I'm just too used to anime with blood in it. Does that make me a horrible person? But one thing, though, I find hilarious about anime, though, especially Bleach, though, they just get a tiny cut and there's a freaking fountain of blood. I mean, a human body doesn't even contain that much blood, so it's I just find it hilarious. Which, some people might think that's weird, but I don't. I think that kind of stuff is actually really funny. I don't know, I have a weird sense of humor. But, I mean, I can't be the only one. You guys must think it's funny too, right? And, hi. But one thing about anime though, I will never, ever, ever watch the English dub. I only watch the subs because I just really don't like the voices of the English one. Well, maybe in Japanese though. I don't know, I just like their voices better in Japanese. And sometimes, you know when you like read a manga or something, you kind of get like this idea of what the voice should be. Then you just like listen to it in English and you just like, no, this is not okay. But like the only anime I've ever watched in English was Death Note because I couldn't actually find the Japanese version, which is really weird. But I even got my friend actually hooked on it. Like I sent her and she started watching it. Then I tried to get her to watch Owl No Exorcist. She's only watched like the first 2 episodes. But surprisingly though, she's the one that introduced me to Sword Art Online. Like she's watched the first 5 episodes, I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I also started to get her to watch Fairy Tail and Black Butler. But I think Black Butler, she's seen the first 2 episodes I think. But actually my friend is Agency, the girl, the unicorn girl. Yep, she's my best friend. You know, this always goes better in my head. But oh well. Well, see you next week, suckers!